it's probably decent, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm plug in my amp and then set my setup on a tripod so I can kind of like really just be chilling in the forest effortlessly. Find a good spot. W's. I don't know why, but that's always made me, like, I don't watch a lot of streams, but for some reason that concept of people just like W's in the chat and everyone's just like, yeah, just spamming W's for no reason, that's just like, that's always been legendary. I've always felt like that's a great practice. Like, we should do that in real life. Everyone's just like W's for everyone else, and then everyone just celebrates each other's wins. That's what's funny is, like, in the film industry, I feel like it is a lot like that, where people are always like celebrating each other's wins, like as actors, but there's not many other jobs where they kind of do that. A lot of this lighting is crazy. This is forest lighting. This is good though. I fuck with this. Thought it was a gun. This is a guitar, bro. I mean, I think you're not the first person. I have actually a pan flute on me that literally looks exactly like a gun. But I mean, it is obviously also looks like a pan flute. What's poppin'? Greetings. Welcome, France. Appreciate you, brother. The French are dope. Blessings from blessings from Canada. 300 people became ill, and more than 100 of them died. Not afraid of grizzlies. Yeah, thumbs up. I'm honestly, there's not grizzlies out in this exact area. There's black bears. There's black bears. And I've actually met a lot of these black bears. Like, we just hang out. At least like 3 or 4 of them. So that's not a lot, but yeah, I love bears. We I think homie here is speaking of some political dimension. That sounds disheartening. I'm on mushrooms. Low key, I kind of wish I was on mushrooms, but I'm not on mushrooms. Honestly, if I was on mushrooms, I probably would not be streaming. Like, low key, it's like, if I was on psychedelics, my first instinct would be to ignore my phone at all costs. Like, my phone would just be like a foreign entity, and I would be in the forest, like, dancing and writing music. Like, it would just, that's what would happen. Nah, but I haven't done mushrooms for like at least a few weeks, which feels like a long time. But that being said, I'm loving life right now. You know, fresh, pure dopamine, my friends. Love your channel, bro. It's the only space where I don't feel negativity. That's powerful, bro. Thank you. That's really dope. I'm just trying to create a portal, you know, where it is like a safe space, like a Zen space. And I think that intention does attract really cool people. But that's also, that's kind of disheartening to hear that a lot of other channels don't foster that. Yeah. But that being said, this is where I really strongly feel is music channels, my friends. Music channels, guitar channels. At least guitar channels where people are just like really devoted, inspired, and are doing dope things. I think that's the path. Like, that's what I'm really drawn to. That's the reason why I really love YouTube and why I create this channel is I feel very strongly about the guitar community. You know, people that desire to walk that path, people that have walked that path. It's like, it's almost like guitar, in my experience, is genuinely a life-changing portal. Like, what it does to the brain, what it does to your perception of your own, I'd say, ability, your ability to express. It's really, I feel strongly about that. Bro, on the quest. I'm out here, brother. I'm out here. I see you, doggy. I'm going, honestly, wherever my feet take me. I honestly have no clue, bro. Like, genuinely, it's like, I think I'm going this way. So if I were to guess, I think I'm going east. I don't know. I'm just going where my feet take me, truth. Like, I'm just following the path. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going. But I don't know, I'm in Eagle Ridge Mountain, so it's kind of just like I'm flowing through. Yes. Hit a bottleneck. Word, a bottleneck with your quest or your relationship with guitar, is that? I mean, that's an interesting. Interesting term, the bottleneck. Yeah. That being said, like, going off on a tangent here, as I love to do, I think creative blocks, like, I'm understanding how to lean into creative blocks and what the guitar is trying to teach you is part of the beauty of guitar. It's almost like there's a lot of learning curves and creative blocks that you will experience with guitar. And I actually remember I was responding to this Facebook group of a comment. What was it? It was some dude talking about plateaus. This might resonate with you guys. I think this resonated with me. It's like, this guy was like speaking about his relation with the guitar. He's like, I'm a musician, I've been doing music for like X amount of time, and I hit a plateau. And he's like, what do you think is the difference between people that hit plateaus and people that keep on growing? And I remember just responding to this homie and was just like, I was like, you know what? I think realistically, this is not a guitar problem. This is a life problem. Like, this is a deeper belief system that you've ingrained, where it's like, it's not necessarily that. I mean, obviously in guitar, you want to push yourself, you want to keep growing, you want to figure out, how to almost like keep on growing. But it's like, if you actually, like, as a guitarist, you recognize the deeper depths of what is in front of you, like, technically, like, you see all the things that you desire to hone, and you allow yourself to say in real time, experience basically how little you know about guitar. You just recognize that, man, there is so much to learn and so much to apply. It's almost like you'll never really wake up and be like, oh, I'm the best I've ever been, and where do I go from here? You'll just recognize that, man, there's a long way to go, and it's beautiful. I'm feeling very bad by watching other channels. Everyone's attacking someone else. Ignorance and hate. That's valid, brother. Honestly, or brother or sister. I don't know, it's like, this is part of what I think I'm attracted to with being a YouTuber as a whole. Is I love guitar, right? I love YouTube, creating content, but I also love to hold space. Like, I feel like I enjoy facilitating and holding space. And what I mean by this is, like, I want to create an intention with this channel where it's a safe space where people are here to learn, to, maybe meditate to dope guitar music. But yeah, it's like, I want to create strong boundaries with people that are trying to, use the internet in this kind of weaponized way, where people are just like, but it's my opinion versus you, or let's talk about religion or politics. Where it's like, there's a time and place for all those things. Like, surely, I think debate is healthy. Arguments, healthy philosophical debate is beautiful. But I think it's important for us to keep in perspective basically how limited this internet is, how limited basically trying to have an argument or express, your strongly held ideals or ideologies over a YouTube stream. I think people fundamentally should sort of sit with where that's coming from, like recognizing, do they desire to come to a deeper dimension of truth? Like, do they actually want to understand and, enlighten each other, for lack of a better word, about where their perspectives are from? Or are they just projecting hate? Are they just like, trying to like almost trauma dump, so to speak? And I think this is not necessarily a place for that. And it's not even about this, here, the other. The internet is not the place for that. The internet inherently, unless you're like extremely good at communicating and extremely intentional, it's going to breed misconception. It's going to breed fragmentation. That's just the default. And I think a lot of people forget that. So, and what I'm simply speaking to is, the internet is a tool that can either breed, unity. It can breed connection. It can remind us, why the internet is a beautiful thing, or why these portals are beautiful things, or it can breed indifference and strife. Yes, sir. I think when I go into the forest, this is my intuitive feeling, is I like to speak and engage in dialogues. I will hit a point when I find a beautiful spot where I'm just going to play some guitar, introduce some beautiful melodies here. But that's part of this portal, my friends, is I love to just introduce an intention, set the tone of what I feel has been real in my life. Are there bears around? Probably. I have a feeling there are. Hopefully we find them. Like that's I hope we find the bears. Like this is, it's funny to say, but it's like the bears in here are chill. They're like dogs. When I see them, we just like hang out. We say hello, you know, we don't like rush each other. We don't stress each other. The bears are our friends. At least in Westwood. I wouldn't say all bears are like that, but I don't know why. I've gotten along with bears quite well. It's very bizarre. I don't know why. Any other apex predator? This is true. This is true. I'll be honest. If I were to go deep into Westwood, I would be worried about cougars. I would be worried about cougars. But we are not that deep. Request. I remember you, Skid Row. I can't say I can play that one, friend. What's good, Elliot? Welcome from Sweden. I feel like I'm gonna set up my tripod soon so I can see the chat better, because when I'm rolling on the fly, I have to like look closely to see what people are saying. Yes. I'm in Eagle Ridge Mountain. Yeah, chilling in Eagle Ridge Mountain forests. The difference is resilience. Interesting. I agree. I think resilience in so many dimensions of life is extremely important. Heck, I remember as a young kid, when I used to play World of Warcraft, for some reason, the first time I ever heard the word resilience, like it was like one of those skills or whatever, and I was like, whoa, resilience, what the fuck is this? And I was just like, so intrigued. I was like, what it means to be resilient. Like resilience, like the means of being, I would say, what's the word? Being able to sustain oneself in a combatant scenario. You know, it's like while we're under fire, we're under siege, we're able to still adapt and flow with the very real dimension of combat. And I think that's beautiful. You know, it's like we as human beings, often we forget the beauty of resilience.
Yeah, like it's just hello.
Hello.
Okay. Come on, Ty, this way, bud.
Wow, beautiful dogs.
Oh, thanks.
This one, I feel like I've seen this guy before.
Oh, really?
It's somewhere.
Oh, there's a few of them around. They're not very common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have a great day. No, we're
You
going
as
this
well.
way. Ty, this way. Ty, this way.
Yeah.
And then it was
Lots of dogs.
that I just really
Hello. All right. Very nice. My favorite singer, I would say. Honestly, this is an easy one for me. It kind of changes sometimes, but Adam Gontier. Definitely Adam Gontier is my favorite singer, I would say. I definitely am out of breath. Yes, sir. Out of breath while wandering these like inclined forest slopes. Yes, these redwood trees. Word. Going down a rabbit hole with Mark Knopfler and Dire Straits. I've been motivated to pick it up. Interesting, brother. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing that. I'm curious who this fellow is that's motivated you to go back. Huh. Welcome. I can't read these symbols. Imagine. I think this is either Chinese or no, I think that's Korean, but Korean, Japanese, or or Chinese, I can't tell. Welcome, friend. I'm happy you're here. Got lots of love. Lots of love for the Asian people. They're dope. How long do you walk? Honestly, because I'm limited today, because my phone only has so much power and, you know, I can only do streams for so long, I'll probably just walk for maybe 40 minutes. Yeah, and I'm kind of here just for the scene, man, just to like be in the forest. Yeah, internet is bad place in general. Facts, that's true. that's profound truth, friends. I mean, I'll be honest, this is the thing is, when I used to do a lot of magic mushrooms, like quite a lot. You know, just frequently integrating a lot of things, you know, a lot of intense energy. I came to some very deep-seated conclusions. And very simply, yeah, the internet is very malicious. Like a lot of these technological loops that are attached to the internet, by default, there is a lot of malice at play. Like, let's be real here. There's malice, there's separation, there's manipulation, there's fragmentation. This is the internet for you. Like, welcome to 2026. But once you process that, like you accept that, okay, the internet's it's not harmless. You kind of come to these conclusions where you're like, well, wait a second. How can I utilize the internet intelligently? Like, how can I utilize, you know, maybe social media or your phone per se intelligently? And you'll come to many deep-seated conclusions, but the simplest right is you can use these as tools to connect people, to community build, to build businesses, to do so many beautiful things that basically it breaks open your conditioning of how a lot of us are conditioned to have the internet basically manipulate us, where it's like, you know, we become a product of all these different programs where the internet is kind of like programming us heavily. And once you realize your role as a person, you know, being like, you know what, I want to community build, I want to inspire people, I want to help people, and you let these tools be utilized as such, it's a very much a game changer. Walk, walk, walk. Walk, yeah, walk, brother. Walk. Jump. Walk, walk. We got trees. Yes, sir. Yeah. And these walking streams are kind of like, I was at the beach yesterday doing a stream, and it only lasted like 30 minutes before I had to exit my stream. Mainly because I was at a nude beach and there was like naked people around and there was good friends around, so I was just kind of talking and being like, I think I want to be present for this experience. But it's an interesting dance to stream and also be in the real world. I think it's powerful though. I think it's like beautiful. All right, I'm gonna set up here and play some guitar and focus my guitar playing here, because it's just such a beautiful day to play guitar, friends. And my beautiful tripod here. Oh shit. Might need a better tripod soon. I actually have my pan flute here too, so I've been feeling insanely inspired with my pan flute recently. And like, this is the thing I feel is like, with wind instruments, it's really just like a game changer. Yeah, let's flip this up here. I love the dimension of roving streams, but there's something about just like a stationary, yeah. It's a good adjusted angle. hear me? Damn, son, I hit the mute button. Thank you, Chad. Yeah, I hit the mute button, I guess. There, now we're finally caught up. All right, we are fresh. We are here. I swear, for like 5 minutes, I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle like thousands of chats in the future. Word, thank you, friends. Yeah, Mike is. We're now back in action. I'm gonna try to get the light off my face. Wow. Yo. Amazing. All right, we're back in action, baby. Just gonna get myself warmed up here. Yeah, that is if you get there. Come again here. Sounds good on mute, facts, yeah. I'm sure it sounds magnificent. You know, all the colors that you can hear, all the textures. It's funny though, I find sometimes when my chat or my thing is muted, I don't know why people just like, I don't even realize it's muted and then people just stick around. There's like 20 people just hanging out, just watching nothing, and I'm just kind of like, wow, these people are devoted. They're just like watching me play guitar on mute. It's hilarious. Yo, I'm muted again. Nah, no, I'm not. I can see these. I can see the mute button, it's not on. I feel like I need to find a good spot to sit. I'm sitting on this bizarre angle. Oh, this is what's up. In person in the forest. Let's go. I swear, bro, that's how humanity works. It's just like we're like, yo, we're monkeys. We're monkeys, and we just like seeing other monkeys in the forest. Like that's like our primal instinct. We're just like, dude, this is great. I swear, that's why one of my favorite channels is Xander. Shout out to Xander Budnick. Love that guy. I swear, for like 3 months, I watched Xander, literally just like TV. Literally, I didn't know why. I was like, oh, buddy's going into random like forests and doing camping where he's just making fires and chilling. What's good? What's good, Cat? Cat's the 9th. Yo, Viva Mexico. Hell yeah, brother. Viva Mexico all day long. We love Mexico. Who doesn't love Mexico? It's beautiful. But facts, it's like, I swear I was watching Xander Budnick for like 4 months. Literally just because I'm like, dude, this guy's just chilling in the forest. This is like prime quality TV. It's like, I didn't want to even watch TV. And this is actually, I was taking a 9-month TV break. Like I'd watch YouTube sometimes, but I was just watching Xander Budnick. And I was like, dude, this is... The little snippet was beautiful. Amazing. The snippet. You mean just like the forest? Word, yeah, brother. I appreciate you appreciate that. It's funny, some days I feel like, how do you play so good so quickly? Word. Marcin, yeah, brother. I don't know if you're asking, if you're requesting Marcin, I can't perform Marcin. He's too much of a beast, but I love Marcin so much. Yeah, he's a very phenomenal human being. Yeah, I don't know how, I guess it's funny. I spoke about this on my other stream where when I was like really like in a flow state killing it. It's like um I think guitar improv is a lot, well, it's a lot like dance. To improvise on guitar is basically when you're in a state where you're not even consciously thinking, your mind is unconsciously premeditating. You're premeditating everything. So it's like what I mean is my hands, they're premeditating. I'm not consciously thinking about anything. Like I can maybe have little bursts of inspiration where I'm like, oh, let's go over here, let's go over here. But the idea is my hands, they're so fluent at premeditating my next movement. So you'll see, you know, I'm gonna, like this hand's just, I didn't even think about that, but my hand's like, yo, it's just like, and before my mind even knew, like let's do some legato. And that's what's so beautiful, bro, is the hands. Like the hands, extremely intelligent. Like the hands are remarkably intelligent. And of course, I mean, my ear is trained, and of course, like I've over years got to a place where I understand music, like theory. I understand like the scales and all that and the structures. But yeah, it's the hands, bro. Like the hands are just exactly. It's muscle memory. It's muscle memory, like peak. Yeah, not bro. Not gonna lie, seeing you reminds me of Eminem. Hey, I love that, bro. Eminem's a legend. Shout out Eminem. I swear, like I spoke about this in Nexus where it's like Eminem, I swear, when I was like 13 years old, only listened to punk rock, only listened to like metal and alternative rock. I listened to Eminem for the first time. I remember my older brother was like, he was like listening to Eminem, and I was like, Eminem, like this guy, he's a rapper. I was like, this is like, who listens to rap music? And then I like saw who actually Eminem was. I was like, oh, it's this white dude that's like super unhinged and edgy. And then I saw his like music videos and I heard his music, and instantly I was like entranced. I was like, this dude's a genius. And to this day, like I'm obsessed with Eminem. Like he's good for the soul. He's great. Yeah, Eminem is dope as fuck. Ayaya Kogo Jujumbo Ayaya. Hell yes, brother. I swear though, I almost for a moment I thought you said Atya. Like I thought you literally was like saying something about Atya. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the artist, like Atyya. Super dope, super dope electronic artist. Like probably the best underground bass music you can ever hear. Legitimately. It's like medicine conscious music. My uncle calls it muscle dystrography. Oh, discography. Hey, that's your uncle's probably not wrong. I mean, discography. Yeah, it's like this is me. It's like I'm creating my style. That's like it's crazy though. I feel with music, right? Especially with improv and like writing music. What I've noticed over the years, it's not necessarily about, and you can probably understand this, you know, to some degree. It's like, it's not about like the technical application. It's not about the fluency or speed. A lot of really good music is knowing when to pause. You know, it's knowing when to create spaces within music. And this is obviously beyond just music. This applies to dance. This applies to acting. This applies to many cool things. But it's like a lot of phenomenal music is that you can play. Kind of botched the last part, but it's like it's knowing exactly when to let it breathe. Like and the beauty is you can actually let it breathe so deeply. Thomas Shelby. Interesting. I'm not familiar with the homie Thomas Shelby. beautiful. Aya means water in South American native language. That's so beautiful, brother. Marcel, my first word as a Hungarian. That's really cool. I actually have a friend. His name is Aya. Yeah. I think it's like, it's his chosen name. Like it's his spiritual name. But basically, really phenomenal guy. His name's like Aya. And he teaches Qigong. He's like a very interesting fellow. But that's really cool. Because like, I've only known Aya as that kind of context. And of course, like ayahuasca. But bro looks like Thomas. Yeah. Elia plays music through the trees. Eliwa. Very cool. Thank you for sharing about the music. That's something I really infinitely love, is like seeing musicians or sound engineers create music through mushrooms, through moss, and through trees. I think that's astonishing. Like that's a very much a step in the right direction, because clearly nature is music. Like it has so much beauty and it's so full of music. So to hear like the direct current of it, it's just mind-blowing. I used to smoke weed every day and play in the trees, play the trees in the forest. Hell yeah, dude. That's actually so chill. Yeah, I don't know, when I smoked weed, I would literally just dance for hours. I would literally just meditate and dance. And it was very good. Like I'd be like creating dance breakthroughs and being like, holy shit. And yeah, having like epiphanies about life. But I'm honestly, the funny thing is, this is the funny thing. Like I won't go on that tangent so actively. But when I was younger, like about 9 years ago now, when I used to smoke weed, right? I swear I would just like, can I speak Polish? I wish, but I cannot. I can only speak English very effectively. Yo, much love. Love from Canada to you, brother. Canada loves you, friend. Genuinely. Yes. Is basically, when I would smoke weed, I would get creative bursts, right? Usually through dance. Like I would be like, I would see things in ways that my mind would not allow me to see very actively. But now, fast forward 9 years, I have these exact same epiphanies completely sober. I can create creative breakthroughs. I can, evoke XYZ. I can have meditative this, that. I can do all the things that I used to do on weed completely sober. And yeah, it's kind of like something that I think a lot of people don't really recognize fully. Maybe they do. Like, they smoke weed because they're like, okay, I love this for XYZ. It helps for pain. But honestly, you can do pretty much anything that you even could imagine that weed will offer you completely sober. And when you're sober, it's way better. Like, yeah. Kind of mess up some of the slap harmonics, but yes, sir. Homie asked to play a song, and I was just like, yes. I was like, I'm waiting for this moment, brother. And I used to smoke mushrooms and communicate with the non-sentient life forms. I can't tell if you're serious anymore now. Like, I don't think you can smoke mushrooms, bro. I have friends that have tried, and apparently it sucks. It doesn't do anything. Say one word. It's constant. Constanti, no politan, si, qui, I don't know how to pronounce this stuff. Oh, damn, son. No, I have no clue. Yeah. I'm pretty good at pronouncing words, but not in foreign languages, yeah. Facebook. Face mask helps with quitting. Interesting. Attempting to quit smoking currently. Fuck yeah, bro. You got this. Nicotine is a bizarre entity. Like, let's be real. It's like, I smoked for like 5 years, and about 10 years ago, and then I quit, you know, and how I quit was I basically smoked a lot of weed, or if you mean smoking weed, quit smoking weed, then that's like, hell yeah, brother. That's amazing. Like, that's life-changing, I really feel. But yeah, nicotine, I remember I literally basically just changed out the habit of smoking cigarettes with kickboxing. Like, I just did kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, like, relentlessly. And that helped. That really helped. And of course, I did many, many, many other things, but that was like the core thing. Where are you? I'm in Eagle Ridge Mountain, bro. Eagle Ridge Mountain Forest. I can show you guys, because this is... Hell yeah. Like, look at this. That's crazy, bro. Putting the weed down, hopefully. Honestly, yeah, I swear, okay, with quitting things, like with quitting substances, be it if we're talking about quitting caffeine or you know, nicotine or marijuana or even substances, I truly feel a lot of it. I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada. Coquitlam, Canada, brother. Truth, I can't smoke cigarettes and smoking weed. That's dope as fuck, I must say. I'm amazing, Paul. I'm kicking it, brother. Honestly, I feel blessed as fuck. Thank you for asking, Paul. How about you, man? But genuinely, like, I feel anyone here ever smoked dried dirt and banana peels. Man. Yeah, I think you're the same homie that's been commenting about, or no, the other dude was commenting about the sort of like smoking mushrooms. That seems unhinged, but I actually think smoking dirt and banana peels probably better than most of, yeah, getting high with twigs and dirt. I don't know, bro. I think I had a phase when I was like, yeah, ages like 15 to 19, where I was just unhinged and just wanted to get high for experimental purposes. Even actually before, it was like more like 2 years, ages 14 to 17. That's when I was just like into like the high of like, let's experiment with substances. But sobriety, you can get higher on life, way higher than any drug you could ever imagine. Like, this is the absolute truth. Mosquito. That was such an interesting interaction with Mosquito. Hello, Danielle. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, low key, basically what I was saying is, in my experience, the key, now obviously there's a lot of nervous system regulation, there's dopaminergic regulation, there's introducing awareness to understanding your neurochemistry and your physiological body. But the key to quitting substances, in my experience, is basically just having a vision. It's continuously, like, telling yourself, you're like, I'm going to quit this substance. Like, oh, it's going to happen. Like, even when you just started, you're like, I know, like, it's like you're envisioning and bringing it to life, and you're basically creating a belief where you're understanding your reality is going to continue and exist without said substance. That's the first step. You could be using a substance, smoking weed all day long, but you tell yourself, I'm going to quit. Yeah, it's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to not use this anymore for whatever reason. And surely all the other stuff will happen in time, but willpower is 1000%. I'll be honest, but I think when we're talking about willpower, everything is willpower. Like, willpower is like such a powerful entity in this world because it's synonymous with things like discipline, with things like, say, integrity, with things that are just like deeply rooted values that I think that if we as men, as human beings, all of us, have this ability to execute out of dimensions of, say, willpower, your life will radically change very fast for the better. And I think too, like, when we're talking about things like willpower and discipline, I'll be honest here, it's a never-ending rabbit hole. And what I mean by this is like if you apply willpower to your life, you realize, there's value in having a strong willpower and strong discipline. You'll recognize that this is never-endingly applying to your life. This applies to your dimensions of relationships. It applies to your relationship with the opposite sex. It applies to your relationship with building businesses, with, you know, applying yourself, really. It's about like learning to apply yourself. And as men, this is pivotal. Like, this is everything. Everything is willpower. It is, brother. And that's the thing, is like, once you begin to like recognize, like, okay, I can do anything. Like, I have the ability to literally do anything. And when you back this up with the ability to have like discipline and willpower and all these beautiful values, yeah, you'll be good. Like, you'll literally see the way beautiful things will occur. Yes, sir. Best thing to focus on is studying. I agree 1000%. I mean, I talk about this a lot, and I'll make this short because I want to play some music for you guys. But legitimately, I think a lot of the things that I can attribute a lot of my own personal success in is basically understanding how to learn effectively. Like literally, I just look at the thing that separates me from anybody else, you know, for not in a neutral way, is I understand my learning process. I understand how to learn effectively. And I've applied this, you know, to say guitar, to many things in my life. But it's basically like, it is a life-changing thing to understand how you individually like to learn and how you can then apply yourself to learn things. And when you get good at that, you become genuinely unstoppable. And part of this YouTube channel is like, I love teaching people guitars because I feel like that's a part of my strength. Is I have a strength in learning and breaking down guitar per se, and I want to pass that on. I want to let other people learn how to, you know, figure out their own learning process, you know, via guitar. Recognizing that you are the creator. The moment that you believe it is or it is not, so it becomes. Back to your brothers from Somalia. Brilliant. That's awesome, brother. Bless Somalia. Bless Somalia. Blessings from Canada, friend. Looks like you're from Flag. I beat all kinds of addictions through the power, Lord Ronnie. If it's not power, it's not willpower. What is it? Facts. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing is I won't get too deep into this rabbit hole, but yeah, I think whether we're talking about religion, whether we're talking about spiritual connection to the divine source, to whatever you want to call it, right? I think if anything can translate into you strengthening your ability to, yeah, like to be a better person, to be a better man or woman, then that's beautiful. If you find that in religion, if you find that in XYZ ritualistic religion or dimension, then hell yeah, like that's beautiful. I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong way, but I think, yeah, it's like it comes down to like your relationship with sort of a divine energy. And yeah, just like how those things better you in your life and how you treat other people. Yo, thank you so much, Ash. Can you play some awesome? Probably. I think so. I mean, yeah. Because it's funny, like, I'll put a pin on this after. Because this could be a deep rabbit hole, but I was on a film set once talking to a bunch of really cool guys. We're all actors. And one was a really passionate, devoted Muslim. One was a really devoted Christian. One was a dude that was like really into Hinduism, but he wasn't like deeply attached, but he was very like spiritual. And then here's me. And I'm kind of like, I love Taoism. I love embracing all religions. And long story short, the whole conversation went on so many beautiful philosophical directions. I respected all these men. I was like, these are all great people. But we came to this core realization where I was like, no matter what religion you believe, if you are utilizing this religion or this philosophy within this religion to be a better man, to treat your fellow man, you know, with compassion, with open-heartedness, with integrity, then you're on the right path. Like this religion is beautiful and it's serving you. If that's not the case, then you need to question this. You need to see the role that this is playing in your life. Yeah, anyway. Hell yeah, brother. Emojis. Can you play Moonlight Sonata? I cannot play Moonlight Sonata. I don't know that. That's a really beautiful song, though. That's a really beautiful, but I cannot play Moonlight Sonata. Can't help you there. I can't play Moonlight Sonata. I can't do this, Lee Chan. Appreciate your passion for music, but I can't. Kind of want to check out Moonlight Sonata, though, and try to figure it out one day. Hell yeah. Neon by John. No, I don't know Neon. I love that song though. I love that song so much, but that'll take me like a long time. Well, at least a month or two to learn if I would want to learn it. I love that song though so much. Let's be real here. John Mayer's just a legend. Bro, please play any popular fingerstyle. I honestly don't know a whole lot of fingerstyle per se. Like that's the thing is I basically, oh damn, my phone needs to be charged. Damn. 1 second. I learned like Andy McKee and like John Gom and a few really good fingerstyle artists about 9 years ago. And then I basically went on a quest to begin to learn to write original music. And once I did that, I basically never went back. Like I became very bored with covering music. Like that's the thing. That's why I'm not a cover artist. Caveat. I say this like 20 times a stream. That's okay, because most people are cover artists, but I'm not a cover artist. Yeah, I like learning other people's music to teach it as of late, but I definitely am not a cover artist. Your notes are the real expression, the place in your soul. Absolutely, brother. Shape of Love. Interesting. Never heard this song. Shape of You. I don't know the song as well. I have had a lot of requests for Ed Sheeran, but I mean, I'll say I love Ed Sheeran as a human. Like I love hearing his interviews, how he talks about music. He's a cool dude. Like I admit I like him musically, but I don't like his music. I can't say like a lot of his music is just like I'm like, yes, this is a banger. It's like I think what's the song? The one song, it's about fire. What's it called? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, the one popular song about fire or something where Ed Sheeran, that was a good song, I'll admit. My one string's a little bit out here. Must be all the humidity. All my strings are a little bit out. Amazing. So great. All my bass strings. Let's pop in. Yo, thank you. That's very kind of you. Rio Dar